What's up everybody, it's Kevin Vidini here for Superpower Review. Listen, I know everybody is bored out of their minds at home due to this coronavirus pandemic that's going on. I definitely been taking a couple of days to think about some video ideas for you guys to keep you guys entertained since the studio is closed, and I came up with one. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at my top 5 most valuable comic books in my collection. And we're going to do more of a perspective of, what I did to these books to make them valuable, what grade they're in, who I got these books signed by, and such. Okay, so it's not about how much I paid for these books that makes them valuable. It's pretty much the state and condition that makes them valuable right now. But before we take a look at these beautiful, valuable comics, it's important that you like this video, subscribe to the channel to show your support, and comment in the comment section down below. So let's not waste any more time, and let's go take a look at these sexy, valuable comic books. Alright, we're gonna start this video with number 5 of the most valuable comic books I have in my comic book collection. This is a Batman number 251, CGC graded at an 8.0 with off-white to white pages. Now, I recently just added this book to the collection due to the fact that Batman number 251 is one of my all-time favorite comic books. It's actually my favorite Batman comic book cover of all time. This cover is done by Neil Adams, of course, and interiors are done by Neil Adams. This is a story done by Denny O'Neil, and I just absolutely love this comic book. So this book is coming in at number 5 to the most valuable comics in my comic book collection because this book in this condition is worth around $450 to $500 US. Okay, so coming in at number 4 of the most valuable comic books in my comic book collection is this Amazing Spider-Man number 50. Now, you guys probably heard this story a lot, but this comic book was given to me by a friend, so I didn't pay anything for this book, and I recently got this book pressed and cleaned, and the outcome of it was absolutely fantastic. Now, if I had to personally give my perspective of condition on this book, I would say that this book is around a 7.0 to 7.5 range, raw of course because it's not graded, and this book goes anywhere from $500 to $600 US. Now this book is absolutely beautiful. This is probably one of the cleanest copies I have seen, actually, because a lot of these are ripped up, dented, and this book used to have a lot of writing on the back. If you guys checked out my video about getting my books pressed and cleaned, and that was all taken care of. But this book is absolutely beautiful, and if it wasn't given to me by my friend, I'm actually not sure if I would have this book in my collection right now, because this book is just so out of my price range for what I really what I like it for, if that makes sense, or how bad I really wanted it in the collection. So I'm really happy that I got this, that this book was given to me, and I believe this is my first and only Silver Age Amazing Spider-Man book in the collection, to be honest. Alright, coming in at number 3 of the most valuable comic books in my comic book collection is this New Mutants number 98, CGC graded at a 9.8 with white pages. This is the first appearance of Deadpool. This is a Rob Liefeld cover, and interiors done by Rob Liefeld. If you live under a rock, then if you don't know, Rob Liefeld is the co-creator of Deadpool. So I originally bought this book at a CGC 9.6. I bought it for $365. I got this book pressed and cleaned by CGC, and it came back at a 9.8. Woohoo! And so when I bought this book at a 9.6, there was a huge spine tick in this book that did not break color, so I really took the gamble, I took the chance, and I was like, this thing would definitely press out. I'm not sure if it would be enough to get it to a 9.8, but as you can clearly see, it did. Now, this book has dropped in price recently because, no one is about that Deadpool hype right now because, the two movies happened, quite a while ago. But this book, when I first received it at the 9.8, this book was going for about $900. Right now, this comic book is going for about $700 to $750 US. All right, coming in at number 2 of the most valuable comics in my comic book collection is my Incredible Hulk number 181, CGC qualified grade at a 6.0 with off-white to white pages. This is the qualified grade due to the fact that the Marvel value stamp is missing, and that was the only way that this book was obtainable to me if that value stamp was missing. As you guys know, this is my holy grail of comic books. This is one of my favorite books that I own in my collection due to the fact that this is the first full appearance of Wolverine, one of my favorite characters and my favorite X-Men. This book goes for $1,200 to $1,500 US. So if this book was not a qualified grade, if it was the universal grade or the blue label, at this grade, this comic book would range from $3,000 US to $2,800 US. And coming in at number 1 for the most valuable comic book in my comic book collection is my Amazing Spider-Man number 300, CGC graded at a 9.4 with white pages, beautiful white pages, and it is 3 times signed and quoted. So this book is signed by Stan Lee. Let me get it close up for you guys. It is signed by Stan Lee, signed by Todd McFarlane, and it is also signed by David Michelinie, and it is also quoted by David Michelinie as well. That's a better shot right there. There we go. Should have started off right there. So I originally bought this comic book graded at a 9.0. It was already signed by Stan Lee, and I added the 2 other signatures. So I added Todd McFarlane, who is the artist of this book, and I got it signed by David Michelinie, who is the writer. Together, these 2 are the co-creators of Venom, which is my favorite anti-hero of all time, and I just love the symbiote suit. If you guys don't know me, if you're new to the channel, I love symbiote sexiness, as I call it. David Michelinie quoted this book saying, "We are Venom," and I don't see a lot of these around in circulation. Now, I know that this is not the only one that exists. I know there are others, of course, and so not a lot of these are sold. But if I had to guesstimate and estimate how much this book is worth based off of just the 3 signatures and the grade, not the quote, this book will cost or is valued at $1,500 US or more. Okay guys, so that's going to do it for today's video of my top 5 most valuable comics in my comic book collection. Again, it's very important if you liked this video, if you liked anything that you saw, comment in the comment section any feedback about this video, and click on that subscribe button that I believe is right here to show your support to the channel and for future videos. And also, before I go, it's very important that you don't go out in public unless you have to. Wash your hands. Guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.